Hello spooky kids, it's Alan and Karen here again at Paranormal Hagrid, and today we have been to the Adelaide Comic and Toy Fair at St Clair, which is on Woodville Road. It was huge, massive crowds, lots of cool stuff. This boo came from there. He was a whole $10. I actually have a little collection of boos now, but I didn't have this one. And he makes noise and he lights up, which is cool.
I managed to score myself She-Ra's horse, Swiftwind, also known as Spirit. And she did come with a She-Ra, but I bargained down to get just the horse because I have my She-Ra at home. So.
And these horses in Australia are super hard to get. Obviously, there was a lot of them back in the day, but the people who have them have kept them.
Or they flogged them on eBay, and I did miss out on one on eBay. So I'm pretty happy to score that one today.
So we spent a fair bit of money. We went well over our budgets.
Probably not as much as many people there, but it's our first one we've attended. So was very happy just to get there today.
So I managed to score for my Masters of the Universe collection a Terraclaw Skeletor for $45. Other people at the fair were selling it for $80. The only thing I don't like is they've actually written on it, but that'll come off. But yeah, Terraclaws in the deluxe edition. So that was the score.
I also scored myself Spawn. I love Spawn. I love the Spawn movie. Not so much into comics. I'm not that much of a comic fan. I'm more of a movie fan myself, I must admit. But so I got myself a Spawn. He was $20, but the kind gentleman let me have him for $10. So I was heaps happy about that. 2002. Love Spawn. I'm still waiting for the second and third movie.
Never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen.
I got a Zor, which is what the Sorceress turns into. This is an 80s Zor. This isn't the modern one, which is a score for, I think, $15 I got that for, with a little stand so it clips into, I think, into Snake Mountain from memory. I also got the brand new Ram Man. I actually got one of these for my birthday from Karen, and I haven't opened it because I always like to have one in its case. This one I might not open as well because it still actually has the little thing intact up here on the card.
Does the other one?
Yes, they both have them intact, so I may not open that because these are actually worth a lot more when that little, I don't know what you call it, the little pop-out bit where they stick it up on the hook is in it. The people that actually collect them, they like to keep.
Does that mean you've got to buy a third one?
Yep.
To open?
But for $25, that was a score.
Yeah, it was good. That's less than what I paid from eBay, I must say.
I got an old 80s Motu Wind Raider vehicle for $5. Everything seems to be on it except for the little, I think it has a little rope that comes out of the end there, from memory, shoots out of it. But the wheels still work, everything else is cool on that. $5. I actually think this was in Terra Collective for that price as well. But this was one of the better scores that I got today. We walked around and had a look at every stall. Lots and lots of Motu stuff, but some of it was so overpriced it was ridiculous. And there was one grumpy old man who was very rude to Karen when Karen asked him about, they had Rock On, and I can't remember the other one's name, Bold War, I think. They were the two rock men from He-Man. And yeah, he was super rude about it.
He was a bit sarcastic, and you know, we were just starting out, and it was the beginning of the day, and we were just starting out. We're going to look at everything as you do, and come back and grab what you want if it's a bargain or whatever. And I asked him the price, and he said, "What?
I'll make it more 90? Or something stupid." Yeah, it was about
80. He said 80. I said, "Oh, can you do any better?" He goes, "Yeah, I'll make it 90." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not coming back."
Well, I got this for $35, and it's complete. His weren't complete. This looks like it's actually the new retro, the new modern 24. So last year's ones. He may have had an original 80s one, but they weren't complete, and incomplete. They're not worth $90.
Not to us anyway.
I've been collecting them for a while, and I know the most of the prices. Yeah, he was a bit overpriced, and his attitude was just like, you know what, spend my money somewhere else, someone who appreciates it.
Yeah. Like, we know a lot of people don't necessarily put prices on their stuff, and they just make shit up Am I allowed to say that? They make the price up while you're standing there. Whether
Yep.
they judge you what you can afford or not, I don't know. But
Put your prices on stuff.
put prices on
And
stuff.
don't use stickers that leave residue.
And
Oh my God.
Also, don't use stickers that rip the card
Yes,
and
so
make it less
at the
value.
last one at the Military Museum, you've probably seen the video. If you haven't, I got a hearse from a dealer and he'd stuck a sticker over a tear on the card, which is just something you don't do. Like, you disclose that because hearses are very rare in Matchbox and Mattel cars and all those kind of cars.
No one had any today. We asked everyone who had cars. No one had anyone. No one
Yeah,
had
so
any.
he's devalued it, but he's hidden that tear.
Because when I took off the sticker, the paper that was missing from the card was not on that sticker.
No, he
so
had covered
obviously he might have, or someone, wherever he got it from, we don't know. But obviously there was a sticker on it previously, and he's taken it off, and it's ripped it, or somebody else has. But you know, at least he got the hearse.
And again, sticker on the front of the...
Sticker on the front. Well, I had a sticker on the front
This
of
one's
mine,
alright though. This one's
but mine come off. So yes, at the Military Museum last weekend, I bought a Barbie Matchbox car from one vendor, and then we found another vendor that had cars and a lot of cool stuff, and I bought 2 RX-7 cars, and he did have a little Scooby-Doo car that I ummed and ahed about, and I didn't get, and afterwards I really regretted it. So I was hoping he'd be there today so I could grab it, and guess what? He was there today, and I still managed to get my little Scooby-Doo van, the Mystery Machine, that will hopefully fit well with my Playmobil Scooby-Doo Haunted House and the rest of my Playmobil Scooby-Doo playsets.
This was my most expensive find for the day. I paid $50 for a Super 7 He-Man Masters of the Universe Katara. She's a Kit Kat. So she's a Super 7 series. They're kind of like a deluxe line, and I don't have her.
Don't have any of her.
I don't have any of this series either. I don't have any Super 7s. I do have Katra, but I don't have Katara.
We're waiting for to get hold of Katra with the cat.
Yeah,
that she changed
that's a
into.
recent one. I haven't seen that anywhere.
Waiting for that one, and we're also after...
So if you don't know anything about Masters of the Universe, there's snake people and there's cat people, and the cat people are ruled by King Paw. So she works for King Paw.
Cool.
She's a warrior. Her natural feline agility results in her being an incredibly skilled fighter, whilst aiding the heroes to defeat the Grimalkin. Her gusto won over Tila, whilst her flirtatiousness won over the mighty Battle Cat.
Oh, really? God. She hooked up with Battle Cat.
That's interesting.
Did not know that. That's funny. Well,
Only there was one guy there who had an absolute ton of Motu stuff.
Yeah.
And if I had more money, I probably would have spent some money with him because he had some really good stuff.
He did. He had a couple of things that I would have got there.
By that stage, I'd already overspent, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was at the end of my allocated money as well. But I did also, well, I counted my money out, and I did manage to get everything that I saw that I wanted. And one thing that I saw straight away that I wanted was a, what is this? A 2003 glow-in-the-dark bedtime bear, which he was 25, and I luckily got him for 20. But I am a collector of Care Bears, and I do have a friend bear who is a glow-in-the-dark as well. So after he has a wash, he'll be joining Friend Bear.
I also scored Jitsu for $15. I think this is the modern Jitsu because I think the original Jitsu has a silver hand, not a gold hand. And he actually had his sword, which is super rare to see, like the actual Motu character with their actual weapons, because the weapons get lost. But yeah, that was cool. And obviously he does a karate chop with his ginormous freaking gold hand. Now I'm surprised Fisto doesn't have an enormous giant hand. I have an original Fisto. He's in my cabinet. I don't know if they've re-released him yet.
I have an original Roboto, which We did see a Roboto today, and that's the guy who had heaps of Motu stuff. We would have gone back and got that one, but unfortunately we ran out of funds.
I bought you a Roboto. It's actually one that had all the accessories too, because most of the time you don't get the accessories.
Yeah, he's in the cabinet with my horse.
Because normally Roboto, he has 3 different hand
Night
connectors. And normally if you buy him, he either has nothing, or he has the claw type hand, not the gun or the other one.
Pretty happy about that. Have you got anything else though? That's it for you?
That's it for me.
And probably Spawn's pretty much my favourite thing of the day, but I'm a big fan of Wolverine, and I managed to get Wolvie.
Marvel Legends series Wolverine.
Yeah, pretty happy about this. Although I put everything in my bag and I walked away without him. We got to Arndale, I had to turn around and go back, and luckily he was still on the table and hadn't been resold. And yeah, need to keep that in check, not leave stuff behind and almost forget it. But yeah, favourite thing of the day is Wolvie, because I'm a big Wolverine fan. You won't be able to see it. Pandora, Wolverine and Deadpool. So yeah, good score. Overall, very happy with stuff today. Wasn't sure that I'd find anything that I could afford really, because but no, got a whole heap of stuff, and yeah, pretty happy.
And the other really cool thing is, as I walked in the door, I got complimented on my boys shirt. No, I didn't see a single other boys.
No,
We were the only ones wearing them.
no other boys
We
merch.
did meet the South Australian Ghostbusters, and Holtzman.
Yes, we did. Yeah,
We got a photo with Holtzman.
yeah, she was great.
And got to check out her proton pack,
Yeah,
which
that's
glows
really
rainbow,
great.
which is really cool.
Yeah, rainbow light up rainbow, and the sound effects and everything. So yeah, shout out to
But we didn't get back
Holtzman.
around. We were going to go back, but we just didn't get back around in the end.
No, after
was
2.5
so busy.
hours
And
we
an
were
hour
like,
in the
yeah,
line.
We're done.
An hour in the line just to get in, because the line was phenomenally long.
Yeah. Next time, early bird. Although, as you would know if you follow Alan, you'll know he's an author. So we're gonna see if we can get a table there to sell some books.
And
in
October.
to
Shout out to Jess, who we ran into. Well, we didn't run into her. We knew she was there.
Yeah.
And she had her stall. Hopefully she did well today. Jess and I are working together on an art project very soon for the History Festival. And she sells earrings and pictures and all kinds of cool stuff. But yeah, if you liked this video, feel free to...
Wait a minute. I forgot. I got these pins as well. I cannot adult today, and of course Michelangelo.
So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. We are going to try and go to the big toy fair in May.
Yeah, Mega Toy Fair.
Depending on our availability, of course, and how much money we've got by then.
Pretty sure we're going to go.
But we may see you there if you're there. So yeah, if you were at today's comic and toy fair, tell us in the comments below, and tell us what you bought.
Yeah.
What cool stuff you got.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Boo. No, he doesn't want to work. Boo.